house stuff under? Because I see something about society and headquarters.
Yeah, it should be under the same section as that.
Okay. Because it almost looks like it's...
Chapter 6 has the upgrades.
What's that, Patrick?
Chapter 6 has the upgrades. I'm on page 90 right now.
Okay. Let's see if it'll let me go there that quickly. Yes, that is what I'm looking for.
All right.
Oh my God, we have a Josh.
Woo!
Sorry.
Well, you had to
Don't
get
be
dressed up.
sorry, just don't be late.
I didn't even realize the time. I was cleaning.
The difference engine in this play.
Josh isn't late. He's secretly a wizard.
Not so secretly.
Wizards are never late.
But like from the movie that Fred Savage was in. That kind of wizard.
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
Wizard is a wizard is a wizard.
All right.
Whatever
So
wizard was.
level.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Just remember, it's backwards, but I am looking sharp.
Ha!
There you music majors may.
Not necessarily backwards. Doesn't look like it's drawn correctly at all, but it's cute.
So where is the book to take a look at stuff?
It's a PDF.
Hmm.
If you're on Facebook and you go for to Messenger for the group, and there's like on the right hand side, one of the options is search for file.
Yeah. Good call. Da-da-da-da-da.
So Josh, you're upgrading your character?
The level that you said we need to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Well, Josh, I'm going to let you do that. You can pick a talent. It can be any talent in the book.
Okay.
Provided there's not like some sort of weird prerequisite for it. And that can be a talent even from another person's playbook. Or you can raise one skill by 1 dot.
Got it.
And once we make our change, we set our experience back to 0, right?
Right.
Okay.
Let me make sure I do that.
Yeah, you earned exactly enough experience for a raise. And I may just do that after every couple sessions, is just say, don't worry about experience points, just give yourself a raise.
We should get a botanical garden because it helps us get our sanity back. Or helps calm us or whatever the thing is, but I'm not a gardener.
No one's a gardener, I don't think.
Why is
No,
it
you gotta hire a gardener first, I think.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of
hire,
them
not
are
purchase.
either- Yeah,
Where's
a lot of
the
them are
search?
either.
Yeah,
you
there's a
have to have
difference.
this NPC, or you have to have this type of person.
There's a slight difference between hiring someone and buying someone.
Yes.
Whoops.
Tomato, tomato.
I want a professor. I don't know why, I just want one.
I think we should work towards a difference engine.
Let me look at the difference engine. I saw that name, but then I just kind of passed over. Or a seller. The seller has like a...
Prerequisite is an inventor of the difference engine.
Yeah, Patrick, you're really not coming through very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seller vault.
So muffled.
You're kind of like peanut parenty.
Hey.
You'll be fine, Patrick. Just enunciate. You'll be good.
I want I don't want a difference engine. I want a cellar vault. It's a dark passageway leading under the annex.
I'm not sure. I'm not seeing how the cellar vault is much of a benefit, though.
We can
Like-
keep storing things there.
Yeah, 3 things.
Yeah, but I don't also just being the difference engine, just having one less development point doesn't do it for me either.
It adds up. Like, the idea is that, like, if you buy it early, then you get more benefit from it as time goes on.
Eh. But if we get a cellar vault, then we can make a dungeon.
Sure.
What are my talents?
Okay, is that any better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Way better.
Mhm.
Well, obviously, we need self-flagellation tools.
Eh. We already
Okay.
have a library, right?
If
Yes.
we are going to work towards a difference engine, the requisite for that is an inventor,
Right.
which costs 5. But the prerequisite for the inventor is a professor. Do we have a professor in the group? I don't think we do.
I don't think I count as. Let me double check. I don't think I count as one.
No, you're an academic.
That's right. I'm academic,
Professor.
not a professor.
The professor
Okay.
prerequisite is resources 5. I have 6, or an academic.
Or an academic in the group, and the cost is 4. So we could get the professor now, the inventor next time, and
But
then
Heather-
finally get the difference engine.
Yeah, but Heather doesn't want.
Right.
And at that point, we're investing 3 things into for something that can eventually help us improve.
Where are we looking at this?
It's on page. It starts on page 90 in the PDF.
Yeah.
We want a banker.
Do we?
I don't know. We want money. We want resources.
I'm already kind of rich.
I'm not. I don't remember actually. Am I? Do I have monies?
Resources is near the top, underneath attributes.
I say shooting range.
Of course you do.
I knew you were gonna say that. So what's considered a good amount of resources? Because I don't remember like what the scale is.
I think the highest one is what, 8, Eric?
Something like that. It's but anything above 3 is considered
Wealthy.
not wealthy, just not struggling.
All right, cool. I'm comfortable.
Where are my resources?
They're directly below attributes.
On the right hand side, above
Oh,
condition.
resources 4.
Yeah, that's what mine is. Oh. I have a condition. I can't remember. Am I supposed to have that condition?
And what
But-
can I do to help assist people in not having mental conditions?
Yeah, because I think I had 2. So last game I was able to get rid of 1, but I wasn't sure how much time. If it's like a time pass thing or something I have to work on in game.
Well, it's something that can be worked on in between sessions too. But we're going to say enough time has passed that you can get several free rolls to try to fix this.
Sweet. One, 2.
Okay, so Patrick, are you the one trying to deal with it through?
I have absolution. So If a player character confesses to me as an activity, they heal 3 conditions instead of 2. So they would roll this as an activity, however that's normally done. And then instead of healing 2 conditions on the roll, they heal 3.
But I only have 1 condition.
Oh.
So that might be better to hold it off for someone that's a bit more...
This is just a whenever people do that. So
Oh, it's not. There's no limit to it.
other than it being an activity, not that I see.
I'll be fine doing it on my... figuring out how to do it on my own. That's fine.
Okay.
But it's good to know in the future, like, for when I'm, like, bad like
Yeah.
I was before.
Thank you.
All right. Chapel would be good, but the cost is 6, so we can't get that yet. What's that?
Okay, I got it. Somebody needs to use inspiration.
Okay.
You want to give it a shot?
Sure, I can use inspiration.
We are in a safe environment, so...
So what's going on?
Okay, so I have a thing which gives me a bonus to inspiration. And so I'm using inspiration to try to heal her. Is that what I'm hearing?
Her and Josh.
Her and Josh.
Say.
Cool.
You can sort of have group therapy.
That makes
Okay.
it amusing.
But tell me how this is happening. Like, what are you guys talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
The equipment that I am choosing to use is fine wines. And so I will sit down with each of them and have drinks and get them to discuss with me what it was that happened and so forth, and try to get it out into the open in order to assist them in their recovery. So I need to roll inspiration.
Wolf's ears perk up to that. What?
And can I add myself to the list of people affected by this? Because I apparently still have a condition.
If you roll enough successes.
Okay.
For every success you roll, you will heal 3 conditions, which can be divided up amongst people.
Well, now.
Like I said, though, you are going to get to roll multiple times because you're in an environment. You need to be someplace for a good 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to say a significant amount of time passes. Now, we can say this is just to get you used to rolling for this. But try it again, and I'll tell you what happens.
2 successes.
There you go. So you can heal up to 6 mental conditions amongst people.
Mm-hmm.
Which should heal everyone who has a mental condition,
Yeah.
including your...
Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on a different note, I was looking through this stuff and for ideas for the house. What about the Annals of the Society? There's no prerequisite. It only costs 4, and at the end of a gaming session, a player can record the party's experiences, granting each player character 1 additional experience point.
I'm fine with that.
That's a good one.
Sounds good. Where is this?
It's on page 91 on the left-hand side. The Annals of the Society. So we get to Doogie Howser it at the end.
The other one that might be good to look at is on page 93, a journalist who can provide additional clues and come along on mysteries as a helping hand.
Yeah, either of those would be good, yeah.
We have the resources. Is the journalist a prereq for any of the things that we're interested in?
I don't
I don't know.
believe so. Let's look through.
I'm not sure the journalist is a prereq for any.
I don't believe so. But the Annals of the Society doesn't either, so.
Yeah, journalist is not listed as a prereq for anything. It is, however, listed under the list of threats.
Oh. Like our journalists could turn against us?
No, not that
Depends on
particular
exposing
journalist.
the player character's secrets at any cost. I think the Annals might be a better option than the journalist. Although both are decent options.
Yeah.
I don't care, guys. I'm good with whatever. All of them have benefits and are useful.
Josh and Jared, it's up to you.
I really don't have a preference.
I vote with the tome.
Done.
Okay.
Now, do you guys have access to the headquarters?
Maybe.
Ooh, I see a button for it.
Headquarters.
Character
Are you-
sheet.
Are one of you guys doing it?
Yeah, if someone wants to open it up and put that in there, that would be great.
Is
Right,
that,
and just
is that a
that's good.
facilities asset?
I got it. Annals
Okay.
of the Society.
Cool. Yeah, I just didn't want three of us doing it at the same time and then three of them pop in, so awesome.
How many points was that?
It was
4.
4. So we
Four,
have
so
one
I have-
left over.
I'm going to add the 1.
Ooh.
So we still
Oh.
have 1 development point.
I forgot we have a butler already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
you get a
about it?
butler. You get a butler and a library for free.
Okay. Yeah, I knew the library. I didn't.
And the butler is always named Algot Frisk in every game.
I saw that.
From
Is there anything that
And
can
it
be
was
for
4
one?
points, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it
4,
costs
yes.
4 points.
Is there anything that can be bought for 1, or do we just
No.
bank it for next time?
We bank it for next time.
Ah.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Nothing?
The DM is rolling things.
63.
Does not look like a good number.
What the hell? What the hell, Eric?
63 successes. Yay.
For what?
Nothing.
Yeah, that was on a D66, one of the D66 rolls, not a standard.
But But
Yeah.
still.
Now,
Okay.
actually, the scary thing is it was a standard one, and we're just all dead.
Oh, I can do that too.
Just a lot worse than Eric.
It depends. Sometimes it's on a chart, and high doesn't necessarily mean good. There we go. Much better.
Thank you, Aziz.
Medicine.
Okay. Someone give me a good Nordic name.
Jerry.
Varney.
Would you like Megan's husband's name? Ex-husband's name?
Sure.
Klaus
Beard?
Bertelsen.
What's his name?
Klaus Bertelsen.
Klaus. Klaus Burbelson?
Yes.
Does that mean her name was Megan Burbelson at one point?
No, she never took his name.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
There might be a reason why she didn't take a seat.
Like the conversation we had when she took my last name was, do you want me to take your last name? Because if you don't want me to take your last name, I'm probably not going to. And I was like, it'd be nice, but don't feel pressured to. She's like, fine, I'll do it. That was the conversation.
Okay, well, you guys are all about doing your stuff. Patrick, did you see the note I sent you?
Note you sent me.
Scroll up above all the rolls. While you're doing that, there's a knock at the door.
We have a butler for that.
Dude.
The butler. Oh, good point. You have a butler.
Oh, gosh. Not really. I'm not doing it.
He answers the door and is eaten by a Vaesen. No.
Aw.
Does that mean we get a new Elgot? Because that's a free resource?
If we had a cellar, that's where he would be birthed. So.
Yeah, we'd have cloning chambers in the cellar.
Yeah.
It's like Kenny. He just keeps
Algot
getting
is.
born at age.
Algot's going to go to Rasmus because Rasmus obviously looks like he's the best put together
Oh, clearly.
out of everyone here.
What a snob.
Indeed.
That's just a woman, so we wouldn't go to the woman for that.
Rasmus
There he
is...
goes.
What?
There's a Klaus Burbelson. I don't know what the name is.
That's what it's now. Klaus Bergen.
It's like, don't tell me. He has a really long braided goatee.
He,
Like a rat tail.
he apparently represents the Uppsala Herald.
Oh. Okay. Show him in, please. Yeah, does Algot also like make refreshments when we have company and stuff like that? Or is that a different staff member we need to buy?
Of course he does.
Yeah, do we have to upgrade our butler?
There is a chef, but I'm distracted by an adorable
Get
kitty in the
attachments
basket. He's folded his other laundry. He might have folded his cat. Not sure yet.
Ham has taken his.
Okay, I will go get refreshments. Do you want me to summon the rest of the society, sir?
Yes, that'll probably be best.
Very good.
Thank you, Algot.
Ham definitely had a oh god look on his face for a moment there. Just like
Okay,
Patrick.
so Algot gets the rest of you and tells you that there is somebody named Klaus in the study that Rasmus said to invite in. Klaus knocked at the door and said he represented the Uppsala Herald.
Do we know what the Uppsala Herald is? Because Heather doesn't remember.
It's a local newspaper.
Oh, okay.
You're in the You're in the city of Uppsala.
Okay. Oh, maybe Eric's giving us a journalist.
We can sacrifice a journal.
No, this will be
The evil one.
this world's version of the Daily Bugle.
We should have bought the dungeon, and then we could put the journalist in there and get a free journalist.
But you know what you need to get the dungeon? A cellar.
The worst.
You can't put it in the attic. It's terrible.
Klaus comes walking in. He has a fairly confident walk. He does not have a huge goatee, but a nice mustache.
Is it braided?
Something had better be braided, Eric. I'm kidding. It's fine.
But he comes walking in smartly, extends his hand to you, and introduces himself as Klaus, and that he is a journalist for the Uppsala Herald.
I introduce myself. I shake his hand and say, I'm Rasmus. It's nice to meet you. Please take a seat. I have Elgot bringing refreshments shortly.
Oh, very good. Very good. He goes, I haven't been here in a while.
Oh, you've been here before?
Yes, for somebody named Linnea?
Yeah. That was the person that gave us the key to the house.
Right.
The only reason I knew that is I saw that before we were looking into the house thing.
Okay. Oh, I didn't realize you had met her. What brings you back?
Honestly, I'm curious what you're doing here.
This is where I need to take time out. So, most people do not realize that Vaesen exists.
Correct.
Is there a party line sort of explanation for what people with the site say they do?
This is the Arnold Nido School.
I'm sorry, we're Scandinavian. Arnold Nidoson School.
Yes.
Counterpoint, Nido is Odin spelled backwards.
I never knew that, and that makes complete sense.
Which is why Nido spoke Norwegian.
Oh my gosh.
Because he was Odin?
No, he was not Odin. He was far from
He was
Odin.
a very backwards Odin.
Okay,
So
there is no, I mean, you're coming together as a group with the site. Like, this is, others have done it. There was a society and stuff like that. But you haven't found, you just found a room with annals to the society and haven't really looked for, a party line or anything like that.
Okay.
Hey, Eric, I'm going to use observation on this newcomer.
Huh?
I want to use observation on this newcomer.
Make a roll.
How do I do this again?
You click on the little die that's to the left of observation.
Okay, bonus dice 0.
Correct.
Ignore conditions.
No, because you don't have any conditions right now, right? Doesn't matter, so.
Fucking A.
So that was a good roll then, Jared?
Don't think so.
What was the name of the woman that brought us here again? That he met?
It's in
Linnea.
It's in the headquarters. There's a little blurb. If you click on the headquarters, there's a little blurb in the very first thing about her in the society, but it's very
She
limited.
might even be on the headquarters character sheet.
I guess I'll respond with, well, what did Linnea say she was doing here? Just out of curiosity.
She said she was part of a society that was interested in studies of the unusual.
Yes, and she invited us into that society. And is she dead? Like, where did she go?
No, she's in an apartment in the same town. Read the blurb. I just told you. It says it right there.
Okay. Reading's the worst.
I know. That's why I want to make
in
you
the headquarters. You said it's in the headquarters bit?
Yeah, in the headquarters. If you click on it, it's on that first character. Yeah, bio and info. So she's around, but she's not around, it sounds like.
Right. And he goes, I'm curious what you investigate because, quite frankly, the Linnea's compatriots do not seem to be around, and Linnea is in and out of an insane asylum.
Oh, is she?
Huh. Is observation like insight?
Yeah, it kind of gives you an idea what the person's thinking and getting at.
Can I roll that at that comment?
Since it's a new comment, yeah, you can roll for that particular comment. It won't give you general observation about him, but it'll tell you whether or not.
The observation when talking to another person or spending some time in their presence, you can use observation to understand what she is thinking, feeling, or planning.
There you go.
Okay. This journalist is definitely not being deceptive at this.
Okay.
You know, apparently, as far as this journalist is concerned, Linnea is in and out of the insane asylum.
Okay.
And what he's getting at is he just doesn't necessarily trust you guys.
Ah, it's okay. We don't trust him either. It's
Who's asking him to?
Well, if you're a danger to the city.
Sure.
Well, yeah.
As I said, daily people.
Well, I mean,
All right.
How soon was she going in here? Because yeah, she never alluded to that to us.
He goes, she has panic attacks and goes in there until she can calm down. It's not like she is dragged off there. She goes willingly.
Oh, poor thing.
And I should mention, people believe in Vaesen, they just generally do not see them. There is a modernist standpoint of, oh, it's all superstition and stuff like that. But for most people, especially in the more rural populations, they believe in Vaesen. That's why they leave the milk out. And that's why they do the various things they do.
Then I'll say, well, a lot of the time what we do is investigate Vaesen and look for the truth of the matter. So when we hear that someone is saying there's a Vaesen about, we like to go and find out what unusual things are going on.
So you're debunkers.
Sometimes. Other times, maybe there isn't an explanation, or one that we can find.
So are you saying there's actually Vaesen about?
Not at the moment.
Other than the one right behind you?
I mean, who's to say? It's very hard to prove a negative. Part of investigating the unusual is keeping an open mind.
He takes out a little notebook and just writes in it a little bit. He goes, that's true. And who else may I have the pleasure of meeting here?
Oh, of course. This is Ula Skow, and Ulf Sigerson, and Eric Black.
Ulf walks out of the room.
And this is Boris Sjoberg.
And you are all members of Linnea's little society?
Yes, although I think Ulf may have just left it.
I have said nothing of the sort, sir.
You're not all.
Yeah.
No. I am saying, to your question, I have said nothing of the sort.
Oh. Then you are not a member of the society.
Yeah, he does that.
Heather laughing.
Interesting.
And what is your business, aside of speaking ill of a woman of society?
Who has spoken ill of one?
Well, you prattle on with gossip about someone's health as if, this were tea time with kitchen staff.
Oh, it is not gossip. It is fact. And that's what
a gentleman doesn't discuss such things.
Considering the fact that you did not know this, I think it behooves you to know.
A gentleman does not discuss such things, sir.
And where are you from? Oh, very good. I'm sure I'll be in touch. If you have any facts you'd like to share, please feel free to contact me.
He said if he has any what to share?
Facts.
Oh, facts. Okay.
Did Algot ever bring refreshments?
Oh yeah, Algot showed up with small sandwiches and
Sweet, I love small sandwiches. If you get hungry afterwards, it's the best.
But Algot shows up just as Klaus is leaving, and Klaus is like, oh, no, thank you. He goes, if you'll excuse me, I can show myself out, Algot. Take care. And you all sit in silence.
That was something.
Why not just give him our full biographies the next time he comes by?
Almost done was that people were introduced.
I get up and leave.
Ulf, where are you at right now?
I'm just in the other room.
Okay, so
I was just in
before
the other room. I
Ezra,
was listening.
gotcha. There's another knock on the door.
So busy.
You hear Algot answer, say thank you, and then proceed to where you guys are mostly gathered and eating sandwiches, hopefully. If not, he'll be very put out.
Well, yeah, no, I'll definitely eat them. I don't want him to put that, all that work into it. They're so tiny.
Had to make them with little tweezers.
Oh my gosh. They're not for mice. They're tea sandwiches, Casey. Tea sandwiches are amazing. I love them.
Little sandwiches.
Keep the trouble away.
Okay, so Algot goes, there seems to be a letter addressed to the society.
I'll take it.
It does say Linnea and the society, but
If no one offers for it, I'll take it from them.
Sure.
I open the letter.
letter from Miser? From
What's that name? Oh,
Meyer.
okay.
It's Meyer,
Meyer.
I would think.
Yeah.
But it's definitely
Damn Scandinavian pronunciations.
Yeah.
all J's are a y sound.
Yeah.
That's where you start.
Anyway.
So your son's name is Jakob.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ham. Jesus.
Like Mjolnir.
All right, so Ola will read it to the group, but if you guys don't want Heather to actually read it, I could let you guys read it yourself if you want, either way. But, Ola would read it to the group.
Go ahead and read it.
All right. To whom it may concern, I urgently request your assistance. My name is August von Meyer. I am a forest owner and industrialist and own one of the largest sawmills in northern Sweden, located here in Härnösand, where I am working to modernize this region. To this end, I am procuring heavily forested tracts of land and employing large parts of the local population in said areas. Some time ago, two of my employees, Mr. Gottfried Hammerstrom and his assistant, Niels Lindeskog, were sent to a small village called Fernstad, north of Härnösand. It is located deep in the woods, and the land was said to be highly fertile and abundant with forests. Hammerstrom was therefore responsible for ensuring a transaction between the villagers and yours truly. But now, alas, tragedy has struck. Oh, okay, it's tragedy. One night, poor Niels returned on horseback, wearing nothing but his nightshirt. He was in a frantic state, rambling about some evil beast he beheld in the village. Niels has not been the same since and can barely speak. Hammerstrom is missing, and I fear what may have befallen poor Gottfried. I sense that something is amiss. There is more to this place than meets the eye. That is why I am writing to you. I would like to enlist your services in uncovering the truth about what has happened to Hammerstrom and stopping the beast mentioned by Mr. Lindeskog at any cost. You come very highly recommended, and your expertise would be invaluable in our current predicament. Should you accept this task, you will of course be richly rewarded. Please reply with utmost haste, for time is of the essence. I shall wait for you in Härnösand to explain more and arrange your trip to Farnsta. Sincerely, August von Meyer. Well, I'm going.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh. I can be packed in an hour.
Anyone else?
I left.
Well, you're not. There's other people in the room that. Because Patrick didn't say he went away.
Yeah, we can go investigate these huge tracts of land.
I was thinking that as soon as I was reading it, man. As soon as I was reading it.
So there's a beast in the village. But the villagers presumably didn't have issue with that, so...
Well, I mean, it's not listed in there whether the villagers had issue or not.
Yeah, it's a question of whether it's new to the village or old. Or that's assuming it's even Vaesen and not the village.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you go get ready and see when we leave?
Okay. Well, I will write a quick response and hand it back over to our lovely butler and say if you could return this, and also let Ulf and Rasmus know to prepare for a trip out to Harnessund and Farnsta.
Very good.
Okay.
Rasmus, you are approached by your butler. Sorry you to prepare for a trip.
Oh, where are we going?
I'm going to butcher these pronunciations.
Oh, I did too. It's fine. They did it on purpose.
I guess I will pack for a trip.
Into the woods.
And then your butler then proceeds to Ulf and says, "Sir, the others are preparing for a trip and would like you to accompany them."
Yeah, I'll be going.
Very good, sir. Now you're preparing for the trip, and you get to go on the trip. Now, Heather, you have an ability where you can roll learning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that was my...
Say...
What's that?
And say some sort of reality about the place you're headed to.
Yes, the erudite. It's erudite, or however you say that. Crap! I just closed the book. Oh no, wait! I put it in the thing. Is it like advantage to learning? I can't remember. Is it like a learning roll?
It's a learning roll.
Okay. So, where's my learning? There's my learning. No bonus die, correct?
Correct.
Bonus. What did I get? Because I'm in the wrong thing. I got nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so you can't make up something like they're the best glass blowers in the area or anything like that. But we do it at the beginning. We do this at the beginning of every adventure. Now, here's the thing. Everyone has a choice now. You can research with learning or investigation, or you can create an advantage where you roll +2 dice once during the entire scenario, the entire module, so to speak. Or you could have some sort of contact that allows you information, like you meet somebody on the way there that is familiar with Farnsta, for example.
Are we doing that now?
Yes, we'll be doing that now.
Okay, you said learning or investigation?
Yeah.
And this is in addition to the talent I just had, right?
Yeah, this is in addition to.
Okay. Oh, I just gotta look up something real quick. Darn it.
Holy shit.
Woo!
Nice, Jer.
Wow.
I'm a detective.
It makes sense.
That's a lot of sixes.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well played, sir. Well played.
I guess I'll try a learning roll.
So
Yeah.
what is it?
Excuse me.
So what do we do for the advantage one?
For the advantage one, you pick one of your skills,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not once per session, it's once per adventure, you get a +2 to that roll.
Okay. Do I have to roll anything, or I just pick it?
No, you just pick it.
Ranged.
I think you picked that last time, too.
Very likely.
All right, I'm also gonna do a learning roll. Nice.
Holy shit, how am I going to give you guys all this information?
Carefully. With brochures.
You started it.
We like pictures.
It's
Perhaps.
time for us. So we figure out everything before we leave.
Yeah.
The end.
Tell us what's going on.
We get there
We
and say,
go
here's your
there.
problem. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, with how skilled some of my fellow team members are at their investigation, I don't think there's much point in me attempting a learning roll. I will go for the +2.
Okay, pick a skill and...
Eric Black screams nerds at us and gets a bonus.
Yeah. You love us, Eric. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Is he the Vaesen? Oh, that's...
It was him all along.
Who?
Eric.
No, I'm pretty sure the Vaesen is Klaus, the journalist.
Sweet. I don't like him.
Clearly.
Somebody should buy that newspaper.
My name's not Elon.
I'm rich, but I'm not that rich.
Okay, so what do you want to know
Field
about
observation.
Farnsta? Because we're going to say you find out anything you want to know that's not, like, detrimental to running this adventure.
Are there stories of giants in these woods?
There are no stories of giants in these woods. Farnsta has an old... There's a church that was built in the 12th century. It's the only stone building. The rest are all wood. And apparently there's a woman there named Marta Karlstrom who runs the sawmill. They have a sawmill that runs on water power, and they send logging downriver. It's a very insular, self-sufficient community. One of the ways to get through to people is to buy everyone a drink if you're rich enough. A lot of old families live there. Now, the current minister at the church is named Ingvar Nystrom. He's an older guy that was stationed there within the past decade. And The two richest families are the woman who was previously mentioned because she owns the sawmill, which is what's her name? Karlstrom, Marta Karlstrom. And there's also the Skytt family, Skytt, who apparently owns a lot of land in the area.
I'm glad you spelled it because I thought you said Skype family.
Yeah, the Skytt family. They specialize in communication.
Couriers.
Probably more like Skeet. I would guess. But that might be more Danish spin than Swedish.
Okay. And also, Ulf, let me send you a message.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Jeremy, I sent you a message on Roll20.
I see it.
Okay.
Wolf is absolutely loving that.
Oh, yeah. Kind of figured.
I got a hoodie. That's where I went.
Okay. So you guys travel, and, it's basically Ulf meets somebody who has moved out of the town and has an extensive conversation with him on a train until the guy gets off the train. The rest of you find out information either from also talking to this gentleman a little bit, though you don't find out as much as Ulf does, or just doing some basic research as you get closer to it, to Haberdashery or wherever you're going. What's the name of that city?
Oh, I made the note. I put the note away.
Harnessand.
I want to go to Haberdashery.
I know.
Yeah.
The land of hats. The land of men's hats.
That's right.
But it's a 24-hour train ride. And then a stagecoach for 2 days with overnight stops along the way.
That's far.
Yeah. The air here, it's north, so the air here is crisper and cooler.
We might get there before our reply does.
That's true. They only have one of them to worry about.
Finally, you arrive in Harnessand. Mayer's sawmill is located where the Angerman River flows into the Bothnian Sea. And you see several cargo ships being loaded with lumber, as well as a huge number of logs being floated down the river. It is definitely a modern sawmill because it is steam-powered. You know, as opposed to, you know where you're going has a water-powered one.
Okay.
But this one is steam-powered and very loud. As you get out, you are led by workers to not an opulent office, but I mean, there is obviously, the guy has money, but he doesn't flaunt it.
He's old.
And it's, you see a gentleman with broad shoulders and excellent posture. And he's like stout, but he looks muscular. And he has a large, neat mustache. And he is like, yeah, the mustaches are important. Everyone seems to have a mustache. And he goes, I'm glad you could make it. You are members of the society?
Yes.
Hello? You guys all froze on me. Am I?
You're good now. Casey went away for a moment, but came back immediately.
Everyone froze on me too when I tried, like, ending the call and rejoining.
That's interesting because it didn't for me. But yeah, the guy asked if we were from the society.
I started hearing the description of the office and how it was obvious he had money but wasn't flaunting it, and then everything got
cut out.
Everything got very garbled.
Yeah, the only word I heard after that was mustache.
He's got a mustache.
More
He's
than I
stout but muscular. Good posture. Well groomed. And he's introduces himself as Von Meyer. And he's like, I am Von Meyer. Did you have a pleasant journey?
Pleasant enough. It was long.
Probably several days. And you must be hungry. Let's get you something to eat.
Thank you. How did I become the face, you guys?
Because you talked?
Oh, shit.
Well, and even though it says that, you know, it's not the same society rules, I kind of assumed that the guys would want to talk before, well, anyway, so.
Well, that's bullshit.
Oh, this is Eric reality. Women are equal.
But I also did say, I did actually respond when you were all frozen and came back, so I actually did speak for us, but.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because it was dead silent for I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I was like, no one's going to say anything? Fine. Ola, the academe that's not great with social skills, she'll say hi.
My social skills are okay.
I don't have horrific ones, actually. Actually, for empathy, I'm really good at empathy.
Empathy? What's empathy?
Yeah.
It's what I got. I got that for you in spades. It's all good.
So I'm sure you must have questions after reading my letter.
Yes. I mean, I think the obvious one is, do you have any more details that you did not include in the letter?
Well, Hammerstrom and Lindisgold were tasked with purchasing land on my behalf. and left for Farnsta 2 weeks ago. Farnsta is important to me. The area is heavily forested, and the soil is said to be very fertile. And Farnsta, it needs a delicate touch because it is a very isolated area with very little outside contact. They're very self-sufficient and very proud of that fact.
One might say insular.
To the point where other villages of the region have warned about Farnsta.
Oh, what do they say?
They say the people have the blood of God on their hands.
The blood of God?
That's very specific.
I do not understand what that means because, honestly, they have an old church. It's been there since the 12th century.
Interesting.
But they say that in a warning type way.
Yes. And now, I'm not sure what to believe.
Did you send notification first? Like, did you correspond with them before you sent your individuals out?
Yes, I did. I sent it to the owner of the sawmill. And now I need to find out what happened to Hammerstrom.
Is Mills available? Our father here may want to talk to him and possibly see if there's any information to be had from him.
Mills Lindiscold?
Or
He is in a
be
room
offered.
that we have padded up.
Sure. I'm sure for his own good.
Yes, he may harm himself or someone else.
Would we be able to see him, or perhaps one or two of us?
In a moment. In a moment. What I'm asking is if there is some sort of wild animal or creature there and something has happened to Hammerstrom from it, it would be nice to find out what happened to Hammerstrom and also put an end to whatever beast this is.
But if you suspect a wild beast, then why send a letter to the society? Wouldn't a local hunter be more useful?
When you meet Lindiscold, you'll understand why I sent the letter to you.
Very well.
Also, I am looking for people to see if they can see the deal through trying to purchase land on my behalf. I would readily reward people if they'd be able to do that.
I think if you tell us terms you'd be willing to accept, then we can certainly try while we're there.
If you could. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, you don't have to. But unfortunately, my two men, one is missing and one is, well, you will see. And I've also had accommodations for you to stay at the home of the village head, Marta Karlstrom. She generously offered to take you in when she heard you were coming to Farnsta.
Thank you for arranging that.
Now, who would you like to eat first, or would you like to see Lindiscold first?
When would be better for him? Is there like certain time of day that's usually better for him, or after certain circumstances, or?
Not that we've noticed.
Okay.
Then I would like to see him sooner.
Very good. Who wants to go in?
Well,
You can all fit. It's a larger room, so
But will he be okay with that?
I do not know if he is going to react badly to having multiple people there, or if he'll react well, thinking there's safety in numbers.
I'll
He is
definitely go.
fixated on the beast with the red eyes.
Eric, I sent you a message on Messenger.
On Messenger?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out how to send you a direct message through the chat thing here.
Okay, I sent you a message back just to clarify what I'm thinking, if what I'm thinking is what you're thinking.
Yeah, along those lines.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so is everyone going, or is no one going, or who's going?
We should
I'm
probably
going.
go.
So everyone's going?
Sure.
Okay, good. I don't have to split the party.
I stand in the back.
Little Scald is still in a nightshirt. His hair is very unkempt and wild. He has all these scrapes and cuts on him. And when you first come in, he sort of cowers, and he's like, no red eyes, no red eyes, no red eyes, no red eyes, no red eyes. Good, no red eyes, no red eyes.
I avert my gaze.
Does Ulf have red eyes?
How much has he been
Probably
drinking?
quite bloodshot.
All right.
No, my son, we do not have red eyes.
It's big with red eyes. It is so big. With red eyes.
Hmm.
Do werewolves have red eyes, Eric?
They can be perceived to have red eyes if you're shining light at them, because they have sort of this, they have night vision.
Okay. Cool.
So he's howling.
Well, I was gonna ask a question, but that howling actually just answered it right there. So,
Start praying over him.
Bless me, I am cursed. I am cursed, I am cursed.
It's okay. I'm going to continue to pray over him and occasionally stopping, trying to calm him down. When you say you're cursed, can you describe why you were saying you're cursed?
I saw the red eyes.
You saw the red eyes.
The red eyes. It was big. big and red eyes in the shadows.
A lot of things look very large in the shadows.
I ran. I got on a horse and ran.
Sometimes that's all you can do. Was this in the village or outside of it?
I ran. I ran away from the village.
Okay.
It was coming. I looked out the window and saw the red eyes.
We'll continue to pray over him as he's doing this.
If he'll let me, like, I'll try to, like, if he lets me, I'll come over to him and kind of like try to hold his hands or his shoulders if he lets me and go, you're okay now, you're safe now. Because I don't know if there's anything I can do empathetically, like, or if there's anything I can do to help calm him down.
So you want to use some empathy, huh?
Yeah. I want him calm so that he can answer questions and not be so upset.
Is empathy like grabbing him by the collar and smacking him and telling him to like pull it together?
No, that's your
And then
version
I
of
come up
it.
behind, push her out of the way, and then I shake him and smack him, and then Casey does the same. And
No, that's
so
everyone
forth.
else's version. I'm trying to find a different way to
I would like to use manipulation for that same purpose.
So wait, who's using manipulation? Because Heather's the one who first said what she was doing, and I was
Yeah.
going to ask for a manipulation roll there.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
And
Heather,
only
go ahead.
one person can roll, so.
Is there assisting in this game?
That's a good question.
I mean, if there's assisting in this way, I would be actually assisting Patrick because he's a character, because he's already, been the one talking to him and praying and stuff. So yeah, if there's going to be any advantage, it would probably make more sense to give it to Patrick than the other way around.
And if this doesn't work, I'll break out the wine.
I was about to do that as sacrament.
Oh, nice.
Multi-purpose wine.
I'm waiting to hear the ruling on assistance.
The assistance adds one extra die to whoever, a bonus die to whoever's doing it.
Okay.
Then I will give assistance to Patrick since his character's been the one that's been talking to him this entire time. So but me holding onto his hands and going, it's okay. It's like that's the way I'm trying to kind of help. Just
Okay.
kind of be a presence there for him.
So I'm getting one. So I'm rolling manipulation. I'm getting one bonus die for the assistance, and then whatever other. So one for the assistance, 2 for the advantage I set up at the beginning, and one
You're
more.
using it on this roll?
To get the guy that saw things shit together so that he can talk to us. Yes.
What if he can't get his shit together?
Well, then I wasted the advantage. So be it.
Okay.
Even without the assistance he could provide us, this is still a man in distress that I am trying to aid. So, yes. All right. So, manipulation. And this is going to be done through blessing, which means I will be using the fine wine. So I get 1 for that, 2 for that, 1 for that. So 4 bonus dice. And on 11 dice, I get 0 successes.
You have the option of re-rolling and taking a mental condition.
You got 4 ones there. Not like you.
Now, Patrick,
5s.
Yes.
he does scream out, "You cannot save me from my damnation! You must kill it! You must kill it with the red eyes!"
Okay.
Oh, honey. That's rough, buddy.
Damn.
Okay. I shall take my mental condition and. Well, that sucks.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
22 dice, no 6s.
I didn't say it.
No, that was me this time.
I guess I'm not allowed to do that again.
No. You re-roll once.
Jesus.
Didn't help him this time.
Not with.
There were fewer ones.
There were fewer ones. Yes.
No, Jesus is all like, nope, this man needs to be condemned right now. We're all good.
He's rocking back and forth, screaming about damnation and red eyes and
I knew I should have added the blessing before rolling, but oh well.
while you guys are figuring out what to do next, I'm actually gonna tell somebody you rolled 22 dice.
This is going to Happy Jacks.
Uh-huh.
You are now going to be in a podcast, sir.
No.
Oh, joy.
No, it's going to be on the forum for Vaesen.
That's why Eric has so many games. He just likes to talk to people on forums.
No, it's actually on a Discord where we're playing Forbidden Land.
Okay.
And there's one guy who has very bad luck with his rolls. And I think Patrick just beat his bad luck.
Wow. That's funny because usually Patrick's the one that's not doing that. He's the exact opposite usually.
Yes, even my bad luck is impressive.
You would just say that, honey.
Uh-huh.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's right.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? You have this guy rocking back and forth, and he's screaming, and
I don't think we're going to get anywhere with him because I can't roll my empathy now because I helped him, correct?
correct.
All right, so yeah, I don't think there's...
Okay, so we're back to the airplane shake him, slap him. With the next person, shake him, slap him.
That sounds like Josh's character. Get a hold of yourself, man.
I don't really think that would actually be useful. It's
No.
I've seen this in some soldiers. They just can't handle war. So,
I think we've learned what we can from him.
Yeah, that's. So what now?
Dude,
Question.
Yeah, let's get food and freshened up from our long travels.
If this particular individual, just so that I understand the system correctly, if this particular individual were a PC, then they would be given the opportunity to roll every so often to try to recover from this, right?
Yes, if they were broken.
Right.
If that is, you were making an assumption there about what's afflicting them, but yeah, if they were broken, they'd be able to, you'd be able to use inspiration to try to cure them, or they can roll and see.
Right. To that end, and I realize I'm wasting a resource that I just got my hands on. Before I leave this room, I will bless him.
What's the blessing do?
Mechanically, it gives him +2 to a roll of his choice moving forward. The idea being is that I have failed to fix him immediately, but I am still trying to assist with his long-term recovery, and so I'm saying a blessing over him before we walk out.
To be honest, I would save the mechanic for another adventurer, because this may not help him for some time.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, if you want to use it. That's.
But I want to bless him. I'll leave it to you whether or not I need to put the power behind that in order for it to do anything down the road. But the idea is that the priest is going to say the words.
Okay, so you're going to bless him.
Yeah.
Okay. He's crying in a corner. Whatever he saw definitely sent him on a dark path.
Mm-hmm.
So you return back to Mayor, and he looks at you very seriously and goes, "Now do you understand why I contacted you?"
I think we have some understanding of it, yes. So where is this village?
North. Day's journey.
Is there a road?
It's not a well-traveled road, but I will get you there by stagecoach. The road will accommodate a stagecoach.
You said it's 2 days, right, Eric?
1 day.
1 day, okay.
Basically, if you leave tomorrow morning, you will get there at nightfall.
The perfect setting.
Just in time to see the red eyes.
Curiously, what phase of the moon are we in?
Right now, you are in. There was a full moon a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
flying
we're
up.
waning. So we're
Yeah.
waning moon. Yep.
Yeah, it's a waning moon now.
Waning towards half.
Well, it's either a werewolf and we're lucky because it's a waning moon, or they abide by different rules here.
Or it's something else completely.
Right. I'm gonna go clean my guns.
Is anyone else doing anything for the next day, or are you just heading out tomorrow morning?
Well, I'm interested to meet the Miss Karlstrom because he was saying that she was very interested in hosting us.
Well, that's who's hosting you when you get there.
Ah, okay. I was confused. I thought she was in the same town. Okay.
No, she's in Farnsta.
Okay. Okay.
Was
When he said
there-
like, "Oh, I have acquired rooms for you," I thought he meant for like tonight.
In
Oh no, he's got rooms for you tonight too. But
Okay.
Okay.
there's the old chapel in Farnka. Was there also one referenced as being in this town?
an old chapel in this town?
Yeah, I know there was the one referenced in the place that we're going, but was there a church of some sort here as well?
Yeah, there's a church of some sort here.
Okay. I'm going to go there and try to get well, one, ask them to look in on Mr. Red Eyes, and also see what information I can dig up about the chapel at the place that we're going.
Sure. Now, how are you trying to acquire this information? Just so I know what to say to roll.
Talk with whatever priest or chaplain or what have you is there, and see what they have. Now, if they say, I don't know anything, but there's a library, then I guess the library is what I'm using. But my opening move is going to be to talk to whoever's there.
Okay, we'll say you talk with a Father Kulik.
Father Kulik. Okay.
And he's friendly, he's in his 30s, got this little sort of, for lack of a better term, a Dutch boy haircut.
Okay.
But, dirty brown hair, very much friendly, and he's like, so what do you want to know about Farnsta?
Well, since I'm going to be there for a bit, I understand there was a old stone chapel there. I was curious about
That's
the
a
history of it.
full-on church, I believe.
Well, I've not passed through the area before. I've only heard of it, so I was wondering what was known.
Not much, because I'll be honest, I've never been there. They're a very insular community. Though they're I have met people from the surrounding towns. And they say they have the blood of God on their hands, but they won't elaborate. I've
they're
also
Roman?
heard they're
I said, so they're Roman?
No, they're not. That's That would be a good thing. That would explain a lot. But Ingvar got appointed up there years ago, back when I first was becoming a man of the cloth, and he hasn't sent any missives that things are crazy.
Have you heard much from him at all?
No, once in a while. Once in a while, he'll send a letter down, and he's a very meek man. Not very communicative.
Okay.
Things upset his delicate constitution quite easily. But he's dutiful at his calling.
I'm curious what he'll have to say about that particular line. The blood of God on their hands.
Yes, I do not know. But that is what I got.
Well, I appreciate the information. What was Mr. Red Eye's actual name? It was Niles?
Nils.
Nils.
Okay. Have you looked in at all at the writer that came back the other day, the Nils?
Yes, I did.
You did? Okay. I just attempted to speak with him and bless his recovery, but he seems distraught that recovery will take quite some time. Yes, quite a bit.
And he also seems to believe he is cursed by the Red Eyes.
Yes, he said that.
I think as long as he has that belief, there will be no helping him. And I've learned not to ask about Gottfried. That just sends him into ugly cry.
Yes, he's concerned that he ran from something, even though it seems like running was probably his best option. Whatever it was that he saw. If I can find out anything in that village that would help him, I will be sure to send that information back.
Very good.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
God bless. And good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else doing anything before you head out the next morning?
Nope.
Okay, well...
Are you sure, Josh? This is your last chance to shake and slap Nils.
I doubt that's going to be very useful. If the group wants me to.
No. As much as I appreciate the airplane moment, it's not necessary.
Think for yourself,
Let's go
man.
investigate these huge tracts of land.
Okay. The ride is long and bumpy. But come dusk, you make it to the village. There's one road in and no other roads out. You can see the sawmill, which is water powered by the river. There's a village hall. There's what looks like a general store / post office here. Up a little bit of ways, you can see the church and the cemetery. And the coach takes you through most of the town to a very well-maintained and ancient-looking wooden structure.
Do we know where Mills was attacked at?
We know that he looked out his window.
Yeah. Or a window. Did he say
he
his
looked out,
or a?
He looked out a window.
We don't know from what
saw
building
the
or anything.
Red Eyes was very large, and then he ran. So we don't know where Nils was staying.
But maybe
Nils
someone
was
can
here.
tell us. Yeah. Maybe he's staying here.
That's something for us to ask the.
I want to try and find out where he was. I want to investigate the area, see if I can see anything.
But the house you're brought to is 2 stories tall and built of dark lumber, with nature motifs carved in the facade.
So wolves.
There is a woman in her 40s with a blonde hair and a tight bun standing in the doorway who smiles when she sees you.
I'll smile back.
What sort of smile?
Oh, look, dinner's here.
Her teeth have red eyes.
Yeah, her red eyes are definitely no.
No. The teeth had red eyes, Eric. Come on.
It turns out it was actually red eye teeth.
It's not a toothy grin. It's a genuine smile.
So not
Would
like
you
a
describe
worried
it as
or anything like that?
sinister?
What was that?
Not worried or sinister or anything like that. Just a regular, just jovial smile.
Yeah, a very friendly. Yeah, it actually says it smiles jovially.
Told you.
It's a very jovial smile.
Told you I'm a Detective Eric.
And she goes, "Please, welcome. Come in, come in, come in."
Thank you for having us.
Well, I am Marta Karlstrom, and it's my pleasure to have you. It is very good to see new people in town. You know, the workers can be so insular.
We've heard the town described that way.
Yes, being very self-sufficient means they have some trust issues. But we can break through that. So please, come in, come in. I have some food prepared.
Wonderful.
Eric,
It's a good hot meal of some venison.
Ooh, venison.
Thank you. Eric, what was the phrase that people described people in that town as, like, the blood of God on their hand?
Yes,
Yeah,
the blood of
blood
God
on
on
their
their hands.
Okay.
Her hands are not bloody.
But that's not what I was. Yeah.
I know. I'm just.
Are they godly?
Mhm. Yes, they were described as Roman.
And along with the hot meal of venison, there's also beer, some aquavit, water if you are a clean living individual.
Carlsberg.
And she says, "May I join you?"
Please.
Yes.
Jeez.
It's your home.
Well, thank you. So you're here about the disappearance of the two men, though I heard the one showed up, according to correspondence I got when you were the same correspondence I got that said you were coming.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Nils returned. His companion, however, did not.
Perhaps perhaps if you can find the other person, you can, when you leave, you can take both their belongings with you to be reunited.
Sure.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
If it's no trouble, we can secure their belongings now, so
Hmm.
we just have them with our own.
I can certainly have that arranged. I did gather up their items after they both vanished.
Very good. Hopefully, we'll be able to discover where the missing person ended up. But either way, we will gladly return those belongings to the other town and make sure that Nils gets his portion of that back.
Very good. So what would you like to know about our town?
Well, the question that I'd like to ask is, and we've never gotten a straight answer from anyone outside of the town, is they always describe you as having the blood of God on your hands here, and we don't understand what that means.
And when he says you, not you personally, but just
Yeah.
the team in general.
Yeah,
That's
you,
the town.
people from this town have the blood of God on their hands.
The royal you.
Truth be told, to be fair, I do not understand what that means.
Have you heard the phrase before?
From another village, yes. And when I inquired as to why one would say such a thing, they would not respond.
Interesting.
There seems to be some superstitions that surround this town because we are so self-sufficient.
Hmm.
Yes, I suppose people make up stories and then no one from this town shows up to disabuse them of the notions.
Hmm. I'm curious what Father Nystrom's take on that is. That was
I'm sorry?
The chapel. It's
The church.
The church. Yes. The father there is. Do I have that right, Eric, or did I write down the right name for the wrong person? Ingvar Nystrom?
Yeah, that's Father Ingvar, yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm curious what Father Ingvar will say about that particular saying.
Father Ingvar is an interesting man. Father Ingvar is a God-fearing man. And detests people like von Mayer who think they are gods capable of conquering nature. He wanted to eliminate the temptation Hammerstrom presented to those willing to sully Farnstad by selling their land.
So he's against the sale of the land.
I believe so, yes.
Interesting. I'm curious about why. I will have to sit down and have a conversation with him, I suppose. So he's against the sale of the land. That means he's not in any conflict with the locals or anything. I mean,
well, some of the locals are interested in selling their land. Hammerstrom has approached myself, too, asking me if I would want to sell the sawmill. You know, it's a difficult decision to make because the sawmill's my pride and joy.
Sure.
So I needed time to think about it, but then they disappeared.
Although it's certainly not my primary purpose here, I know that he did ask us to continue the process to see if anyone was interested. Again, I'm more concerned about the disappearances and figuring out what else is going on here in that regard. But if you wanted to pursue that, we were asked to look into that as well.
We shall see. I think it would be better to look into the missing person now.
That was my thought as well. I only mentioned it because it was brought up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm, as I said, very much more concerned with the missing person and resolving any, investigating some of the claims Nils made when he returned. He returned in a state of shock, and so any information I can find on his ramblings may help us shake him out of that.
What was he rambling about?
He saw something in the shadows that set him off. We weren't able to get too clear of an impression of what that was.
Except it had red eyes.
Ulf?
Yeah.
You see her eyes go bloop.
But not in a red way.
Are you saying they flashed red?
No, they did not flash red. They more of an oh shit sort of look.
Okay.
Her eyes went eyed at. What did they go wide at? Ola
The red
mentioned-
eyes.
Red eyes. the thing I intentionally did not mention, they went wide at.
I thought somebody should. I wanted to see a reaction.
No, that's perfectly fine.
And there we go.
We saw a reaction.
And she suddenly goes into a whisper and says, "There is a local legend that tells of a large beast guarding the church. It is said to be quick and strong, more agile and dangerous than a wolf, with glowing red eyes, and that those seeking to damage holy ground end up in its maw. It would surely obey someone who has ties to such a place. Oh, goodness, imagine if someone were to use it for their own ends."
Such as stopping the sale of the land. That's a interesting accusation. I'm not going to approach it as an accusation, though, rather simply talk with the priest until I know more. It's an interesting statement, though. A legend worth looking into. Protecting the chapel grounds. Or
I
the
don't
church
know if I
grounds.
believe in such things, but it is considered harmful to disbelieve in such things.
The don't take chances approach.
Yes.
Reasonable. I don't know that the sale of the land would necessitate harm to the church, though. I would certainly be against the sale if that were true. Let's see what the priest has to say. I'm very curious.
Well, for now, some sleep may be in order.
It was a long and bumpy road.
Yes,
Sleep.
the logs have a much better time going downstream than anyone has traveling the road.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's more bumpy from the logs slamming into each other than the stones.
And she shows you some rooms with bunk beds.
How many?
3.
Okay.
And she goes, "You can sort out for yourselves how you want to sleep. If you need anything, I am right down the hall."
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're
And
welcome.
thank you again for inviting us into your home.
It's the least I can do.
Dibs on rooming with anyone but Boar. I don't say that out loud,
Uh-huh.
but I'm thinking it real fucking hard.
Thinking it so hard, he said it out loud.
Okay, so who's sleeping with who?
Right now, Heather is very sleepy, so I'm not in a very good decision-making space.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
Heather's
we're-
character gets her own room.
That's
and
what
the
I'm
boys-
guessing.
Ola gets her own room, and then
The priest and the doctor can bunk in their room, and
that's fine.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Okay. On that note, I think this is a good place to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to turn off the recording.
Yeah, I'm fading fast too.